Hello to all my college football fans and friends out there. Welcome to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. My friends, I am yours truly, Buckeye Vinny. Sit back, relax, and my friends, let's talk some college football. And my gosh, is college football heating up very quickly. My friends, we have this Saturday night SEC special, where we have the Georgia Dawgs, third ranked in the country, 11-1 on the year, 7-1 in the SEC conference, will be taking on Caleb DeBoer and the Alabama Crimson Tide. 10th ranked in the country, Alabama comes in 10 wins, 2 losses, and also 7-1 in the SEC conference. My friends, what an SEC championship this should be. Now, we all know last year the Georgia Bulldogs are defending champs from the SEC conference, beating the Texas Longhorns last season 22-19 in that thriller overtime victory. So, my friends, we shall see. Can the Georgia Bulldogs go back-to-back SEC champions? We shall see Saturday night. And my friends, I will give you my prediction, who I think will win this SEC championship conference game at the end of this video. But my friends, right now, let's talk first the Georgia Bulldogs. My friends, Georgia coming in 11-1, like I mentioned on the season. What a job they have done since they lost that game to the Alabama Crimson Tide in Sanford Stadium 24-21. What a job they have done since that loss. Really, if you stop and look at it. We're talking about a Kirby Smart offense putting up 32 points per game. Defensively, my friends, they've been playing some good football the last 3-4 games of the year. Okay, they really have. Last game, they gave up 9 points. The game before that, 3 points. And the game before that, 10 points. So, my friends, you give up a total of 22 points in your last 3 games. Your defense is definitely doing something right. Now, we're talking about a Kirby Smart football team that right now, I believe, is on a 7-game win streak, if I'm not mistaken. 7-game win streak. What a job they have done ever since losing that 24-21 game to Bama. It almost as if it took that loss to refocus not just the football team, but the coaching staff. And I noticed a big difference with Coach Kirby Smart. He has been really dialed in, really focused, along with offensive coordinator Mike Bobo. You know, my friends, when you stop and look at this football team, we are talking about QB1, the Gunner. Gunner Stockton has completed 70% of his passes for 2,535 passing yards on the year, 20 touchdown strikes, 5 interceptions. The ground game led by Nate Frazier. My friends, what a job he has done. He has been the workhorse for this rushing attack all season long. 809 yards on the year, leads the team in rushing, 5.6 yard per carry average, and count them, 5 rushing touchdowns. Chauncey Bowens, second on the team, 493 rushing yards on the year and 6 rushing touchdowns. And the quarterback, Gunner Stockton, 403 rushing yards on the season and leads the team with 8 rushing touchdowns. Very impressive, my friends. Very impressive that the Gunner is not just a passer, but he can rush the football too. He is a dual-threat quarterback. This is a big reason why that Coach Mike Bobo's offense has been throwing off defenses all season long. Big reason why the Dogs are 11-1 and they're playing for an SEC Conference Championship game this Saturday night. Now, when you look at the skilled set position players, Zachariah Branch leads the team with 68 grabs, leads the team with 691 receiving yards, and tied with 4 receiving touchdowns. Let's not forget Lucky Lawson, 4 touchdown grabs, and Noah Thomas also with 4 touchdown grabs. My friends, bottom line, this is a team that you just cannot focus on trying to stop 1 or 2 guys. This is a true definition of a team. Now, when you look at the Dogs' total offense, they average 416 yards of total offense per game. Defensively, they give up 290. Not bad. Rushing attack, this is impressive. They average 190 yards on the ground. Defensively, very stingy. They remind me of my Buckeyes rushing the ball defensively. The defense only yields 86 yards to their opponents running the ball. Very, very impressive, my friends, without a doubt. They are led by linebackers C.J. Allen, Raylan Wilson, corners Ellis Robinson, and Dalen Everett. My friends, bottom line, okay, we all know Bama loves to throw the football. So the secondary of Robinson and Everett must show up Saturday if they plan on wanting to take down Alabama. Now, my friends, we all know Kirby Smart's record against the Crimson Tide, not good. 1 win, 7 losses. His win came in 2021, okay, where the Georgia Bulldogs beat Alabama for Coach Kirby Smart's first national championship title for the Georgia Bulldogs. We all remember that game, defeating Alabama and Nick Saban in 2021 by the score of 33-18. So we shall see how all of this will play out in the long run. Now, my friends, jumping over to the Alabama Crimson Tide and Coach Kalen DeBoer. A very nice season for the 10th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. Coach DeBoer, 10-2 on the year. Their 2 losses, Florida State, first game of the year, losing to the Seminoles 31-17, and their other loss was to the Oklahoma Sooners 23-21. Offensively, very similar to the Dogs. Offensively, they put up 33 points a game. Defensively, just like the Dogs, they give up 16 points per game. This is almost a carbon copy of one another, my friends. Seriously. Should be a very interesting game Saturday night for the SEC Championship showdown between these 2 football powers. Very interesting game. I can't wait. Offensively, Alabama comes in averaging 404 yards of total offense per game. Defensively, they give up 282. Not bad at all. They are led by their starting QB, Ty Simpson, having a nice season. He's thrown for 3,056 yards on the season, completing 66% of his passes, 25 touchdown strikes, only 4 interceptions. My friends, that's what I look at. Touchdowns to interception ratio. 25 TDs to only 4 picks. That's a very good touchdown to interception ratio without a doubt. Their leading rusher, Jamarian Miller. Miller on the year, 493 rushing yards, leads the team, 4.2 yard per carry average, and 3 rushing touchdowns. And let's not forget Hill. Hill leads the team with 5 rushing touchdowns for the Alabama Crimson Tide. My friends, I stop and look at the skilled set position players. I call them the 3 amigos, okay? Leading receiver, Jeremy Bernard, 51 grabs, 700 receiving yards on the year, and 6 touchdown grabs, followed by Ryan Williams. Automatic Ryan, very good hands. He runs very precise patterns, 40 receptions on the season, 598 receiving yards, and 4 touchdown grabs. And Isaiah Horton chips in with 34 receptions for 418 yards. But my friends, check this out, leads the team in receiving touchdowns with 8. So, my friends, between these 3, okay, they have a total of 18 receiving touchdowns between the 3 of these receivers. And what I love most is Ty Simpson does not mind to want to spread the ball out. He just does not focus on 1 or 2 receivers, as you can see. He loves to spread the ball out to each one of these 3 splendid wide receivers. One more time, Bernard, Williams, and Isaiah Horton. All three can burn you and take over a football game without a doubt. Now we're talking about the Alabama Crimson Tide averaging 126 rushing yards per game on the season. Defensively, they give up 124 rushing yards to their opponent. Now, my friends, one thing that if you're an Alabama Crimson Tide fan, you're not going to like this stat. I know I didn't when I read it and when I looked it up. Alabama's defense gives up 3.9 yard per carry average to their opponent's rushers. I do not like that. Let's round it. I was always good in math. 3.9, we're rounding. Let's say for every carry the opponents carry the football, they get 4 yards right out of the gate. So I don't like that stat at all. I don't. If you look on the flip side, the Georgia Bulldogs defense only yields 2.9 yard per carry average to their rushing opponents defensively. So as you can see, my friends, a 4 yard per carry average or a 2.9. I think everybody would agree that if you have the defense only giving up the 2.9 yard per carry average, you're going to win a lot of ball games, which Georgia has done so far, 11-1 on the season. You know, my friends, I look at this battle between these two rich in tradition football schools without a doubt. You know, right now you have the Alabama Crimson Tide. They were on a roll before losing to the Oklahoma Sooners 23-21. You know, my friends, I look at this game and I love the way Georgia is a very balanced offensive attack. And I love the way Coach Mike Bobo always comes out and will test the opponents to see if their defense can stop the run. My friends, not too many teams this season has been able, obviously, to stop the Dogs' rushing attack. Once again, Georgia averages 190 yards on the ground. A big reason why, that big, strong, quick offensive line. They've been pass protecting Gunnar Stockton all season long, and they've been opening up huge holes for Frazier, Bowens, Stockton, Phillips, Humphreys to run through. I am very, very impressed with that O-line. They really have got it together without a doubt. They have a very good center. Mike Bobo's son is the center, and I hope he will play in this game. I know he lacerated his finger, I believe, and it was in a cast the last game. But I really hope that he will be able to play this football game. I think he ended up having to leave against Georgia Tech. Bottom line, you know, the Dogs went on to beat GT 16-9. But nonetheless, my friends, they do need Mike Bobo in at center. He's a very veteran-like, experienced, smart center. So we're hoping, if Dog fans are hoping, that Mr. Bobo, the son, plays in this game. My friends, bottom line, I think everybody knows where I stand. I am not impressed with Alabama's rushing attack. Their leading rusher is Jamarian Miller with only 493 yards and only 3 rushing touchdowns, my friends. For some reason, if the defense is able to stymie Ty Simpson and Alabama's going to have to go with the rushing attack, I don't think they're going to be able to. I truly don't. They only average 124 rushing yards per game. The O-line is really not pass protecting Ty Simpson in the last 3-4 games. They're truly not. And the game against Oklahoma that they lost, Simpson was running for his life. So, you know, bottom line, my friends, I like the Georgia Bulldogs to prevail and win this game in revenge factor of what happened earlier this season when Bama went in to Sanford Stadium, Athens, Georgia, and defeated the Bulldogs 24-21. I believe that Georgia will get sweet revenge and beat Coach Kalen DeBoer and the Alabama Crimson Tide in this game. Once again, my friends, I am 11-1 on the season in college football. My only loss is when I predicted Georgia would beat Alabama a long time in the season ago. I'm sticking to my guns. I like Coach Kirby Smart and the Dogs to take down the Alabama Crimson Tide in the SEC Conference Championship 2025. My friends, if you are new to my channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please click on subscribe button. If you like this video, which I hope you all do, please click the like button. Like always, my friends, check out Super Thanks. And my friends, not only do I love to read your comments, but I love to respond back to every comment that I read. So please comment down below who you feel will win this football game Saturday night between the 10-2, 10th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the 11-1, 3rd ranked in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless you all. Keep the faith. Stay safe. Click on this face right up here to subscribe. And until next time, keep on watching, keep on subscribing, and keep on liking. Buckeye Vinny is Addy.